Rain day at the farm. One thing to do, go work under the shop. A lot of stuff to do. Starting to get some equipment around here. So I did pull the 220 out last night before it started raining. That's got to go to a job next week. Got to do a little work on a pond. So might as well figured I'd take that one and use that. So let's get down here and see what I'm doing. Well, it is definitely a rain day on the farm. It's actually just started coming down pretty good now. They're calling for 3 to 5 inches of rain, so that should put some water in the ponds. That's probably the biggest rain we've had all year. So the other day I started working under the shop some, and I got this section cleaned out. Actually just brought that home yesterday. Normally it sits outside, but I backed it under the shelter. I got to work on cleaning all this crap up. It's just been go, go, go all year long, and just stuff just ends up piled up everywhere. But what I want to do today is I'm going to back the backhoe out. I got my big oil tote back here that doesn't have a whole lot left in it. I want to drain that out and put it into 5-gallon buckets, get that out of here, get all this crap cleaned up right here. Because I want to I don't have nothing for the D7 to do for about 2 or 3 months. And so I'm going to bring it back here and put the D6 under here as well. Get those under the shelter for the winter. It's cold, wet, and not a whole lot going on for big dozer work. So those are going to come here, and I want to put those under the shelter right here. So my goal today is kind of get this cleaned up right here, and then I just move the backhoe into one of these other bays. I was able to pump a couple more gallons out with the hand pump, but it's pretty much empty now. Well, where it won't suck anymore. So I just spun it around. I just spent a couple minutes getting that 5-gallon bucket. That's a oil bucket, and that's another oil bucket cleaned out. I'm going to bring the tractor over here, pick this up, take it out, spin it around, come back, tilt it down, see if I can't open up the valve on this end and drain the remaining of that oil out and get this tote out of the way. Well, I was gonna back out and turn around so that it was up here and you had some more daylight to see, but I didn't want to get everything all wet. It is raining really good. So I'm gonna see if I can't get this cap off, get all this cleaned out really good. Well, that didn't take too much to get that cap off, did it? Might have to pick it up a little bit more and get the angle a little bit more so that when I open that valve, it actually drains into the bucket. To be continued. Moment of truth. Let's see what happens. It's actually working really good. I might not have enough buckets. I don't have enough buckets. All right, I have one more 5-gallon bucket. Let me grab it. All right, let me put a lid on this so we don't have any contaminants. Alright, let's try again with the funnel and another bucket I haven't taken the lid off of. So far, so good. I'll just let that sit there and drain out. I'm probably going to have to find one more 5-gallon bucket and clean it out real good. This one had oil in it, so it's fine for it to go back in there. Engine oil. Alright, let me sit here and let this drain and see how much is left. Well, I ended up having to go and find 4 more jugs, and I drained the rest of it out into gallon jugs. So I ended up getting another 14 or total of 14 gallons out of that jug or that tote right there. And it is now completely empty, and I can move it out of here and or figure out if I want to go refill it again. We'll have to see what bulk oil prices are these days. Well, I was going to sit this outside, but I don't want to take the hand pump out of it because it'll just get dirty laying somewhere, and I don't know if that's a watertight seal. So I'm probably just going to shove that back in the corner for right now. I took the rake and raked up my trash here. And I was going to move all this stuff around, but I'm just going to carry that pallet of blocks. Has been sitting there since last year when we redid the wheel seals on Barney, so they actually go back here in the back corner. I'm going to pick all those up and stack them back here, and I ain't going to get all this, well, I'm not going to get all that done today. But yeah, baby steps. All right, well, that's a wrap for today. Next time I come down here, hopefully it's not pouring down rain. All of this stuff needs to be put in the bucket and taken up there to the dumpster. I did get this section right here cleaned out. That's what I wanted. The barrel or the tote emptied out. And I'll move that around once I get all this stuff cleaned up, that plywood moved, and get all this stuff condensed up where I can start actually getting some more equipment in here. So that's it for today. I will do an update probably in the morning to see how much the ponds have come up. All right, so the old 220 is heading off to a pond project tomorrow. Just got to do a little, that hadn't been open in a while. A little pond project, it needs to be cleaned. But the service light came on saying I had 40 hours before it needed an oil change and a fuel filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now before it heads off. It's supposed to be 20-some degrees in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil out of it and put new oil filters and fuel filters on it so that it is ready. And if it's not dark, I have the fuel trailer here. Go ahead and fill everything up with fuel and grease everything so that it is good to go for the job. All right, got the oil draining out down there into a bucket. Going to go ahead and take the oil filter off and replace it. All right, I put a pig mat in here to catch whatever's going to run out, because it always does. I've done the bag around it and everything, and it's just, I swear it's just easy enough to, well, that didn't leak that much that time, did it? I swear it's just easy enough sometime to wipe my glove off. Get that oiled up. I pre-filled that. It's good to go. Make sure the gasket's off. I just snug them up a little bit because these machines do shake and bounce around a lot, so it's always good to tighten them up a little bit. All right, oil is done. Now it's time for the fuel filters. All right, so I already changed the fuel filter. Now we'll do the water separator. Already got that one primed up. And a new pig mat to catch everything that's about to come pouring out. Might not lose too much. Just a little bit. Put that in the bucket, or the box, and then put it in the bucket. Then go ahead and put on our new one here, like so. These are always hard to get started for some reason. I don't know why. Every time it's a battle to get started. I don't know why. It's like they never want to start. There we go. And it doesn't matter what filter you use. I use Napa filters on all my stuff that's out of warranty. I'm going to leave that loose until I prime it up. Got ahead of the game there. So just sit here and prime it up, and hopefully by then all the oil will be drained out. That hose is taking longer than if you just take the plug out, so I might have to take the plug out. So let me get this primed up and we'll be ready to put some oil. Well, let's see how much of this I can miss. Luckily I only got like a half a 5-gallon bucket, so this may work out. Oh, it's working out great. Love it when a plan comes together. I couldn't find my big phone. So you know what you do? Use what's in the truck. And so far, it's working. This machine holds pretty close to 5 gallons. So I got probably 2.5, 3 gallons in this bucket and 3-gallon jugs. So I'll dump this in there and then fill it up with my jugs. And then it's ready to fire up. And that's it. All right, oil is good. Let's start it up. Look at that pretty pond. Walk over there, finish out today's video. We got that excavator serviced, ready to go tomorrow. Figured I'd come down here and check out the pond before dark. Man, that's gonna look great right there at that bank, all the way around, all the way up here. Literally just gonna be like walking off into the pond. Let's go over here and see
how much is still flowing in, and then I can see if I can find my stick I stuck down there this morning when I left, and see how much it's come up. That sounds like it's still flowing in here decently. If I can make this across without falling. Yeah, about a little more than a water hose, maybe 2. Let's go over here and see if I can find my, I need to bring the mini and the mulcher over here and clean all this up. There's just no time. Let's see, here's my little stick. It has come up about 3/4, almost an inch since this morning. So that's about how much a water hose will put in there, or 2 water hoses. Takes a long time, takes us a lot of volume, takes a long time to fill up, but this is some nasty clay, so it will hold it. So probably one more rain like that and it'll be full. Can't wait for it.